Hello, ladies and gentlemen, what is up, and welcome to a new series called Factorio. I love this game. I have played probably 20 to 30 hours of it so far, but just like looking at it, it looks good. Like, this looks good, the actual gameplay looks good. I'm going to do a new game. I am going to turn all these up to very good, except those, just because I want to keep longevity reasons. I know that already the stuff lasts a very long time. However, some of it I have found out I don't find a lot of. I have played a game where, so Sapphire and Stereotype are your two basic starting ores. I had the smallest vein of Sapphire. It ran out. I spent an hour looking for it. Never found it. So we are going to go with a map seed of, let's do, I like Kevin, but I know we can only use numbers. So I'm pulling up my phone because I really don't know the numbers off the top of my head. So, 5. Actually, no, let's make it the name of what I'm going to save the world. I have a world named Kevin. I have a world named Jennifer. Jennifer came first. So, Kevin, so I need to do a girl's name. So, 3, 5, 4, 9, 2, 2, 3, 8, 4. Let's generate that world. Shall we? Alright. I'm aware. Okay, so I usually turn biters down. I do like the concentratedness of this. This makes me really happy. So we have these two. Okay, let me just hit M real quick. So we have 2 bits of stereotype. This is sapphire, but then we have bobmonium. We have all that kind of stuff right there. We have a little bit of oil there, a little bit of oil there. This is a very good map, and especially if there's nothing to the south, which is where I'm probably going to be doing a lot of my early game building. Just because I don't feel like mining through that, I am going to go for the top one. I do like to place these a little bit strategically, so that way I can get the most out of it. So for right now, we're just going to place this right here. It's going to go straight into here. Just going to go popping straight into here. Why not? And now I do need a little bit by way of stuff and things to get this stuff going. My first order of business is going to be... Right, I probably could have already made that. Pumping that out and making ourselves a tool. I'm actually going to go with 2 real quick, just so that way I can get a little bit more by way of this online. My next goal is going to be to start getting coal operational. I do want that, and then planning out a little bit of how the base is going to be. I do have a few base setups already in mind for implementation. However, the fact that we have biters this close may make a couple of them just a little infeasible from the get-go, but that's whatever. That is to be expected. And let me chuck that in there. Let me grab this stuff. Chuck it all in there. So it takes 3 to make. Bum ba bum. 2. So you have a 3 to 2 ratio. Not the greatest, not the worst. What do I need for this? I'm gonna need actually just 1 more. And that'll be all I want right now, is to put one of these bad boys. Shift E. The drop up position, the pickup position is going to be right there. Those are going to orientate themselves a lot nicer. And then they're going to share fuel. So I just have to pump fuel into this one and this one. It'll also fuel itself, which makes me very happy. However, I do want to go on a little bit of an explorative mission, just to get a little bit of the lay of the land. Alright, we got biters to the north. We definitely have biters over here. So turrets are going to be my first real thing that I'm going to make. I'm going to try taking out one of these camps. If I could get a little bit closer, that'd be nice. Okay. That was as close as I want. I just wanted to see how big it was. We don't really have much by way of what is going on over yonder, apparently. Let me just move over. The fact we have coal right off the bat makes me really happy. Amount 2807. So these numbers make me extremely ecstatic. But I do want to start looking into where the rest of the guys are. That is not the tech I want to be getting right off the bat. What I want, really, what I want. I mean, light armor would be decent. Don't get me wrong. Greenhouses, no. Electrolysis, no. Steel production would be good. Mechanical refining really is what I want to start going for immediately. But really, I should do automation because that'll give us the assembling machine. No, I'm going to go with mechanic refining right off the bat, as well as building a lab. What I need for a lab, I'm going to need copper, and to get copper, I'm going to need to start making some other stuff. Therefore, we have to get back up to our little base area. The fact that we have stuff over here, though, does make me a little bit worried, just due to the fact that my typical energy setup is going to be a little bit wonky. I can get around them easily. I can just go underneath, but it just makes me still a little weird trying to think about that. Alright, what do I need more for this? I'm going to need a stone furnace, and to make a stone furnace, I'm going to need all this shit to make. Let's just make 3 of them. May as well have all of it. You are out of fuel. Are you kidding me? How are you out of fuel? Oh my lord. Alright. Let's go up here. Just grab yourself a little bit of fuel. Come on. You're killing me here, Smalls. Electricity is going to be something that I want to get going relatively quickly. But also, like I mentioned, turrets. Turrets are going to be a huge asset to me. Just get one. So what I need for this? Yeah, for the basic electric one, not really much. But let me just take you down here. Can I grab? I can. I can grab that. Beautiful. Beautiful. And frankly, I need one more of these. So I need 5 more stone. Let me just hop out of this. You need fuel. No, you keep the fuel in there. Alright. Yeah, I'll grab one of these to be made going downward to our stereotype. I will probably have to... I'm going to think about getting rid of these two at first. The fact that they're clustered up really doesn't make me feel all that great about their locations. Just because, not the happiest with the amount of biters that we have near us. And really not the greatest of the spawning locations. I usually do a little bit different for my starting area. I like to make it a little bit bigger, so that way there's less biters, but I figured that we could go for a challenge. One that I'm actually already regretting. How are you out of fuel? Alright, and then 4. Let me just chuck that down. You will be making that. Let me just chuck you down. I swear to Buddha, you are not out of fuel. And then 2. And you're going to be giving that pickup position from right there. Alright, now we have a little bit of hopper implementation going. I do want to go see where these guys are. We have nanobot technology going on, so looks like we have a elemental spitter spawner, a biter spawner, and a spitter spawner. That's not what I like to see. I don't like to see elemental stuff. Not at all. And frankly, I'm a little scared by that. You just grab 10 firearm magazines, and we're going to need some more of this stuff. Looks like it needs power for that, but I don't think it did. Coal is going to be our next order of business. I just want coal to be chugging through, just going into a chest. So once we get a little bit of this bad mamma jamma going, let me go back up here. I will quickly snag. Yep, I need wood. I need wood to make a chest. Come on. Alright, some hot chest action. That's what I like to see. These bad boys are going to be a little bit worrisome right now toward the beginning times. I won't even lie to you. Alright, what do we need for that? We still need more. So let me go back in and make one of these, one of those, and I'm actually going to start making I'm going to wait till I can get all 14 of this stuff going. So let me just plump into there. Alright, you are going to come with me. I also want to actually make one more hot action of this, because I'm just going to grab literally one piece of coal with my handy dandy thingamabob. What's it called? Pickaxe, that word. And plunk the coal right in by myself. Okay, one coal. Literally all I want. Right there is what I have. Alright, I'm gonna go with this top 1, 2, 4. And pick up. Alright, so now we're gonna be having coal going in to getting more stuff for mining. This bad boy, very obsolete. I am well aware of that, but it'll do what we have to do. Let's get 2 boilers online right now. And let me just snag 1 set of that and 5 sets of that. Okay. Yeah, so there's crude oil right there. I'm gonna snag this bad stone stuff. And there we go. Okay. Where do I want to place this, though? Thinking right here is going to be our greatest bet. Let me go 4. Alright, let me just go like this. Can I make it all the way? No, I cannot. But I can make it relatively close, and so that's all that matters to me. And then I'm going to do it over here then. And 1 up like so. 1, 2, 3. And then like so. I believe that gives us a 3x3 in the middle. Let me just check by. I think I need to make 10 iron pipe for that. Let me just check by doing this. 1, 2, 3. Okay, yeah. Alright. We've got water going through there. That will be the initial basis of our fuel, like of our electricity. Not the prettiest or nicest, I would definitely say, but it's gonna have to do. Because we really want to get this mechanical refining going, and to get mechanical refining, I'm gonna need this, and to get this, I'm gonna need a lot more by way of everything. Hiccups. Apparently, I needed more hiccups too. And now, I think I'm just gonna call it. Nah, I'm not gonna call it right here. But what I am going to do is pause to yell at my dogs for being rambunctious. Alright, we are back. I completely forgot to grab some more of the coal action, so I'm going to have to go back over here. However, I looked at the time, and I think that is going to be all that we have time for in this episode. Next time, we're going to be getting into that mechanical refining aspect and getting a lot more stuff done. It'll allow us for a little bit more by way of electricity. We can make 2 more of those, but can I make a lab yet? What am I missing? I am actually missing iron. So before we go, I'm just going to grab the 2 bits of coal action and hop on over here. My dog's being very rambunctious for some reason today. So I I really can't do much about that. However, next episode, our main focus is going to be to grab these guys, make them up and running. So I might just let this run for a little bit by hand. I'm not going to get any of the mechanical refining done. I'm just going to amass a few bits of resource. Just so that way we can have something going online. And when you come back, it'll be like that. So if you guys enjoyed the video, do press that like button, subscribe for more content. As always, I'm your host, Entis, and we will see you in the next video. Later.